Hello! Today I've got a new makeup tutorial for you, this time in the color purple, so let's get started. Now, considering that I don't actually, what else is new, know what exactly I'm going to do, I'm just going to start off with my eye base and just in general start off with the eye look, just because I don't want to risk accidentally ending up doing something with a lot of fallout and then I just knocked over lipstick anyway. And then ending up with purple bags under my eyes on accident. So yeah. Next up we're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette because it has summer vibes and also it has purple and nude and white, which are basically, yeah, essentially the colors I'm planning on using, I think. Anyway, I'm going to start with a nude shade just to both sort of deepen up the crease and also make sure that my base stops creasing. Now the shade is actually barely any darker than my actual skin color. Really, I'm barely even trying to get the color into the crease at this point. I just, I'm wearing sunscreen because it's summer. And like more sunscreen than I wear in winter. And we all know with sunscreen you just get like 5,823 times more oily. And I just really don't want to like deal with my eye base creasing the entire time. So basically if you don't have like a nude shade in whatever palette you're using, you can either just, just go for a different eyeshadow I suppose. But also for, an eye powder or face powder, mattifying powder. I made it way more complicated than it had any right to be. Just set the base, that's basically it. Okay, this is essentially what we're going to go for. I totally figured out what in the world I was actually going to do on this eye. Because I was making this up as I went. But we're going to start, and we're going to start off with a purple color. And just apply that in a wing shape. Try to make sure you keep your eye nice and relaxed. So you don't give yourself wrinkles in the eyeshadow. And I'm basically just going to go for a bit of a cut crease vibe here. And don't worry too much about it being perfectly symmetrical, because we're going to blend it out anyway, so it's going to be quite forgiving. But yeah, just apply it. And yeah, here it comes in that it's actually a good idea that I decided to do my base last. Because I want this to be sharp, and now I can just fix that with concealer once the rest of it is done. Which is rather convenient. And then I'm going to use the brush to pull the color inwards. It's easier to just do that with this brush. Just because it will give you the control to not go over the edges with the dark purple. Also, by the way, if you don't have a flat little sharp eyeshadow brush like this one, you can also totally just use an eyeliner brush, like a flat angled eyeliner brush. Or an eyebrow brush alternatively, as long as it's, sharp. Then I'm going to use a pink eyeshadow on a blending brush, a small tiny little blending brush, so I can still be quite precise. And I'm just going to pull in this color onto my eyelid. I wasn't originally planning on using pink, it just sort of more or less happened. It just does. Also, by the way, I still haven't actually gotten around to buying a white eye base. But a white eye base would be quite pretty with this, because the colors would be even more vibrant. I just... it's been a year since I started telling myself to buy a new one. It's an issue, it really is. And then going on to a softer shade of pink. More of a nude-ish pink. And I'm blending out the top edge here. Because like I said, I want it to be quite soft and not sharp. You could totally go for a full-on graphic, like cut crease look and keep it all nice and sharp. Like, it just depends on what kind of vibe you want. But I want to go for something summery because it is summer. So yeah, for me that just means sort of like soft, I guess. That's just my association with it. I almost poked myself in the eye. Then, while we're at it anyways with this palette, I'm going to use the same brush in a white eyeshadow for my brow bone highlight. And then I'm going to move back to Big Fluffy Blender and blend. I'm not going to use any extra product on this brush. I just want to make sure there's no harsh edges up here. Next up, it's time for some glitter because it's summer and there's sunlight and I just love glitter. I'm going to use the Root Sin of Glittany palette, which has a unicorn on it, and yeah, glitter. It has so much glitter. Like, I really like this palette, especially on myself. Like, I think as a makeup artist, if you're going to do regular glitter looks on other people, you might want to use loose glitter because it's probably more economic. Because this is perfect for on yourself, but it's not going to last ages if you do multiple glitter looks per week. Which most people don't do on themselves, so yeah. But if you're a makeup artist and you do lots of looks on other people, this is probably not going to last you very long. But for yourself it's absolutely perfect because it does have all those glitter colors. I'm going to use Revenge, by the way, which is this one, sort of purple, pink, greenish. And also I have this unfortunate tendency to murder bottles, like the physical bottles, tubes I should say, of glitter primer. I don't know why, I always just keep ripping them apart for some reason. I don't know, like they die under my care. Much like potted plants that aren't flesh eating plants for some reason. Anyway, with this stuff you don't need a glitter primer, so it's also a lot quicker on yourself if you just want to quickly do a glitter look, because there's already some form of primer, glue-ish stuff in it to make it stay in an eyeshadow pan nicely. So you can just, you know, grab it like a regular eyeshadow and apply it without having to worry about putting on a base first. So that's really nice. Then on the inner corner I'm going to use the color Wrath, which is sort of a white-ish. I accidentally put it on this brush as well. And now it's on my shoulder. Why did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, you can see what kind of color it is. Sort of a white-green reflect sort of thing. Also, by the way, I love the names of this palette. Like Wrath, Jealousy, Envy, Frustration, Fear, Gluttony, Cheat, Selfish. They're all based on sins. I think it's funny. Anyway, I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. Then, once we're properly glittered, I don't think there's normal English, that's not the point. Anyway, we're just gonna do a regular rolled eyeliner. Now we're just gonna do the face base first before fixing the rest of the eye look. I did actually use a makeup remover and an angled brush to really clean the bottom of the wings here, so that I don't have a lot of color there that I don't want to be there. Yeah. I also applied a little bit of powder on my face because I'm using sunscreen, and I really wanted to reduce the greasiness a little bit before applying my face base, but I'm really just applying some BB cream at the center of my face. Want to go for festival vibes, and this sounds so weird. Anyway, and I don't want to go, you know, for a very thick base, because in my experience that never really does keep looking nice if it's like warm and sweaty. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply this first and then get back with concealer to the eyes. Then for concealer I'm really going to focus, wow, it keeps getting brighter outside. I guess that's a good thing, but still. I'd rather it have be sunny after I'm done filming. Anyway, I'm just going to apply my concealer first at the outer corner with a smaller brush, just because I really want to stay in control. And it's just easier with a smaller brush. And then I'll do the rest of the concealer with, you know, a bigger brush, because that's a lot quicker. And then magically I also have eyebrows and also some slight contour, powder to begin with, you know, blush. Yeah, basically I decided to just do that all off camera because, well, let's focus on the eye look, because that's actually interesting, and I sort of assume that most of you know how to apply blush. I am going to mention the highlighter though, because we're going for full on festival vibes here, apparently, on accident. And this is really sparkly, and I just want you all to enjoy that. Then back to the eyes, and this is basically what I'm gonna go for. Wow, the weather outside keeps changing. No, that's too dark. If you get blinded, just put on sunglasses. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the sharp brush and the purple eyeshadow color. And just apply that below my lower lashes, connecting it to the wing. And then carefully blending it inwards. Just basically until where my eyelashes stop. Like so. And then I'm going to carefully use a glitter eyeshadow, not a full on glitter this time, just a glitter eyeshadow on a blending brush, tiny blending brush. Because I want a little bit of shimmer beneath there. But not full on glitter, just something like this. And then while we're at the bottom eyelid anyways, I'm also going to use a nude eye pencil there. Next up, we're going to go for falsies. And I'm just going to go for falsies just because I don't remember which day, because I don't know, I just didn't bother remembering. But I have actually tinted my eyelashes again, and I don't think I have to apply mascara to make them dark if they're already tinted black. So I'm not going to bother, because anything you put on your skin you're also going to have to wash off at the end of the day, and I'm incredibly lazy. So I'm just going to go for simple falsies, but you could just totally use mascara, even just mascara if you don't want to apply falsies. I mean, it's entirely up to you. Also, another thing I've really been into this summer, so far, is gaming. Like seriously, I have that as hobbies. Like gaming, sewing clothes, drawing things on paper, as opposed to on the wall. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, I tend to really like something for like a couple of weeks. Then get bored with it, don't do it for ages, and then start doing it again. Right now I'm back at gaming. I finally finished playing Evil Within. Yes, I know it's a game from 2014, but hey, better late than never, you know. And now I'm playing Evil Within 2, which is a game from 2017. And like seriously, I could delude myself into thinking that I actually got better at gaming, but the controls in the second one are just so much better. Seriously, they're just so much more intuitive and all. But yeah, it's going quite well. Really enjoying it. I was not counting the seconds, so I don't know, it was 30 seconds. I'm just gonna wave it around a little bit longer. But anyways, I really love those like story-based horror games. I mean, to each their own, I suppose, but like I'm not into like massive multiplayer games. I really just like story-based games. I just really like stories in general, but like with a horror game, it's like a horror story, but you're living it, but not in a terrifying way. Like I wouldn't actually want to get like stuck in like a zombie apocalyptic like computer world. But it's fun to play it, you know. Because then you get like the entire like interactive story without actually getting murdered by zombies. This conversation turned weird. Sorry about that. Either way, I really like story-based horror games is the point. And Evil Within really is just an all-time favorite of mine. Okay, I lied. I am going to use a little bit of concealer just because I meant mascara, because there's a little bit of concealer on my bottom lashes and now they're not black anymore. We need to fix that. Then some setting spray, and after that all that's left is the lipstick. And the lipstick is going to be a pale nude pinkish shade, just so all the attention really stays on the eyes. And then we're left with the final results. Yeah, and now we look completely festival ready. It's time to go do the rest of the laundry. Or at least that's what I'm going to do, because it's Saturday and I need to do my laundry. The moment you put on nice, fancy, colorful, glittery makeup just to do house chores. Anyway, if you're actually going to go to a festival though, this would be a perfect look. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did enjoy this video, please click the like button. It would really help me out because it makes YouTube suggest my video more often to new people. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I mostly do makeup tutorials, and I was gonna say in summer I do a lot of glittery looks, but I also do a lot of glittery looks in winter and in springtime and in autumn, and I just love glitter. This channel involves a lot of glitter. That's something I can promise. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!